Let's continue to work with colors. I will now show you how to use Photoshop to turn this picture of a woman with non-makeup into a woman full of makeup. Have a look, before and after. Let's do it step by step. The first step I'm going to take is selecting the crop tool and erasing that logo down here. Then, I will make the colors of the image to be a little more vivid by going to Adjustments, Levels, and darken it because this image is too light. Later, I'm going to begin with her makeup and I'm going to change her eye color. For this purpose, I'm going to choose a green tone and I will select the brush in hue mode. It could be grading the opacity to 100%. Let's get closer. And what we are doing is to replace the blue color by green color. Use the hand tool with the spacebar. And we have already changed this blue-eyed model into a green-eyed model. Now let's take care of her lips. We can make her lips red or let's make them a little purple. If I use color hue, notice it is not painting very well. Color hue uses the same saturation grade the image already has. This image has very little saturation, so it's not really working. If I color it using color mode instead, it is also going to have a problem. It has too little saturation. We could use this color mode if we don't really want it to have so much saturation, but if we want it to more saturated, we can use overlay mode. This mode is a little more aggressive way of painting. But as it respects white, it wouldn't kill the image brightness. It will be your choice if you want a more conservative color or more gaudy. In this case, I'm going to choose a little more conservative color. I'm going to reduce the opacity and I'm going to increase. With the right hand bar, the brush size, we need to do this without trembling. There I changed the upper lip. Okay. I try to go to the edge without coloring her teeth. Okay. Once we have colored her lips, I'm going to take here among these three tools the one named Dodge tool, which is going to enable me to make her lips shine a bit more. This tool lightens the same color. So I'm going to proceed to intensify the areas in which there was already a natural shine. This is to get her lipstick to look glossier. We can use the burn tool to darken some areas, right? But we need to use a bigger brush and much less exposure. Like that, we could darken a bit more the bottom here, and this one right here. That will make the color to look much more intense. Another thing that will make the mouth look much better is we pick the Dodge tool, we make it a bit bigger, and we can whiten her teeth. This way, we can create a much brighter smile. This way, we can create a much brighter smile. If zoom out, we will see how the changes are beginning to work. Another important change we will make is to lighten some other zones. As we already have the dodge tool selected, we can use a bigger brush and say, for example, I want this part of the nose here to be a little lighter. Perhaps this part up here to the forehead, and so on whenever we feel we need more brightness. For example, I'm going to lighten this zone and this zone up here. Okay, and here. Okay, on the nose a bit more. And this tool, named Sponge Tool, enables me to either make things as if they were black and white, meaning desaturate, fading the color away, or to saturate it. We get the opposite. We give more color. What I should do is as her skin is too pale, I'm going to saturate a bit to get the color of her skin to look more vivid. And, by the way, I will use a bigger brush and saturate a little more this zone right here to make it look like the blush women normally use on their cheeks. Finally, I can use color mode, but I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit. Before I do this, we can use the Burn tool, the tool we use to darken, to increase the exposure a little bit and reduce the size. In this way we can darken, maybe using a little higher exposure. We could darken this line here and the inner line in her eyes. We do it on this eye too. And let's make her eye lighter. We click a few times here and a few times here. It is going to make the black line on her eye to stand out much more. Finally, we're going to use the color mode with a very low opacity. We pick some green color too for this area. Let's reduce the opacity even more. And we increase the brush. Reduce the opacity even more. And give her some green color up here. I hope you really liked this tutorial, especially women. My makeup techniques might not be the best, but I hope you will be able to appreciate ways to color face using either brush tool with a different color mode, or the dodge tool, burn tool, and sponge tool to saturate or desaturate.